Hi, I am the one real nerd, and today I'm going to be talking about the state of play that happened right now. The beginning of this E3 week, essentially. Now, I didn't watch it live because I was sleeping at the time this premiered, but now I'm awake, so now I'm going to talk about it. So, first was the Wolverine extended look, which was less than 10 minutes, and I expected 10 minutes to be the minimum, but either way, it looked really good. It looked like Assassin's Creed to me because the stealth and the claws reminded me of Hidden Blades. Either way, I mean, you can count on Insomniac to release a good game. When was the last time they did it? I don't know. But what I also have no clue on is which characters from Marvel Dokkan were new. I think they showed off Carnage and Doctor Doom, I think, was already there. I don't know if Green Goblin was there or new. I forget. I mean, I'm not paying attention to this game. Though with Carnage, really? You couldn't have put Venom? Maybe they're gonna reserve it for DLC to charge people, because why should we just charge people for a game up front and that's it? Or they have it later on, they'll announce it. I don't know. Okay, after Marvel took on, we moved into third parties, which is where the direct was in middling for me, starting off with Rayman Legends Retold. Why? One, I can only play Rayman Legends. Two, this looks borderline uncanny. I mean, the title logo is completely different from Rayman. The poster looks AI generated, honestly, with the fairy and the characters. And also, I mean, Rayman's foot looks like it's trying to be glow boxes. And honestly, it just didn't feel like Rayman Legends. And honestly, I think it makes more sense to just do a remaster, like what that Sonic Frontiers Definitive Edition is supposed to be. Because, well, they already did a remaster of Rayman Legends, but why not make a Rayman Legends a remaster and then use the effort to another game like the Rayman Origins thing, which is also supposed to be happening. And I thought they would announce both, but I guess they want to first have you pre-order the game and then announce the other game. Either way, eh, it looks like it could be fun, but I already have the game, so this isn't gonna be the most anticipated remake for me from Ubisoft. And after that, we had that chef game. I forgot the name of. Yeah, I just did not care. I'm like, what even is this? I think it has something to do with Dave the Diver. I forgot. Moving on. Thank goodness. We have Kemuri. I think that's how it's pronounced. So when they first showed it, I was like, yep, it's a live service game. And I don't think they want to call it that because it's an online three-person co-op game. Just call it live service. I mean, it looked like it could be fun. Then again, when was the last time you played a fun live service game that didn't crash after launch? If it didn't at launch, but it looked interesting. Yeah, it looked a little Spider-Man like. Maybe it's just envy with the movement. Looked like a pretty fun movement. Anyways, next up was Tomb Raider. Yeah, so I have thoughts. So for context, I've been recently playing the Tomb Raider reboots. Like I just started Tomb Raider, Shadow of the Tomb Raider yesterday. So when this game came, I was excited. And then I saw a few twinges of the old games, but it looked like it was very different. Like it should be a little different, but it looked more different, very different. And then they suddenly delayed the game to February 2027. And honestly, I don't know. The new character designs, it just. Uh, so overall, it did kill some of my anticipation for the game. I'd still like to see it come out, but I have to wait even longer. And curse you, GTS, I don't even want you. The Lost Mile game, which I don't know, I guess this is permanently unformatted, but anywho. This game, when I saw it, it looked like Tokyo Scramble, which released in February, and the critics hated it. so I should probably go play it. But either way, this game, I thought it was that, and then it was this game. Anyways, what else is there? Phantom Blade Zero. Now, I don't really remember much, honestly, because it only has release date. We've already seen gameplay of the game. There's not much left to show, I think. Yeah, Wolverine had a release date already. But one, that was not in a big event, Game Awards. And two, Phantom Blade Zero hardly had gameplay shown, while Wolverine didn't have much gameplay shown. So that sucked me more. Also, I'm not into this games, how it looks and all. So then after that, we had Dune Awakening. So this is finally going out of early access. It released in early access a year ago, and now it's gonna come to consoles now. I wonder if they'll do a Switch 2 version now. But either way, it's Dune. If you like Dune, you'll probably like it. But yeah, this is, I think, where I started to go at these third party games. Dynasty Warriors 3 Remastered was next, because I'm not saying all of this. And they talk about it as if it's a new reveal. I'm like, guys, this is only revealed and was supposed to come out 2 months ago before getting delayed. So it's like, come on. Please pretend that the game's already been announced, because it has already been announced. No need to pretend. So then after that, we had No Rest for the Wicked, where they announced when the 1.0 update was coming out. I think it was October. Yeah, there were quite a few Septembers and Octobers, just like last year. But either way, I mean, I think people like this. I mean, I haven't really played it for most studios. I've just been playing the old games. I guess now they're looking into into consoles to put this game on, and yeah, this direct I think is more of a not for me. Onimusha. So yeah, this game I was expecting them to release in the later half of the year, but I was thinking July, not September. But the release date is all I actually took from the game, because I did not actually see any gameplay or anything in the trailer. It was basically just a cinematic. So yeah. Eh. Silent Hill Townfall. Now I was convinced that this game was Control Resonant. Like, I put Control Resonant over here, and then I was like, wait, not Control Resonant? And so then, Silent Hill, it's like, again, I am not a horror guy. I don't play horror games, or Judy, or Rockstar, or quite a few genres. But honestly, like, there wasn't the fact they already had a direct for this game. I expected some gameplay for the game. I mean, they did show it off in February, like twice. So yeah, something now. Anyways, after that was Ace Combat 8 finally came, which if I think it's coming out September. Like a lot of games in that last week September. Yeah, I mean, it's Ace Combat 8 again. Stuntman Hollywood. I forgot this game was even announced. Like, when this game, I thought it was Forza Horizon 6 on PS5. Don't ask me why they would put that game on here and the Xbox Showcase, but I thought it was that. I have no idea what this game even is. Then we had Ill, which doesn't look ill, that looks crooked. Call it that. But again, it's another horror game, and when Ill showed up, I didn't even realize that was the name, because who's gonna call their game Ill? Then we finally had Control Resonant, which, showed off, I think, was the protagonist from the first game. Yeah, I haven't played any memory games. And, it definitely looks like the kind of psychic mess that is a Control game. Maybe they should have put this in the Wolverine trailer, show the Jean Grey's in it. Yeah, that might be who the character was. Then, Screw Destiny, let him play Marathon. So they showed off Marathon Nightfall, which who cares? This game didn't sell. People have quit the game after like 2 months. The game has gone down almost 90% of its player base. And what does this game even have for it? It's gotten like half the player counts of Destiny 2, which they just stopped. And even before the thing happened and people went back to the game, this was still like the same as Destiny 2, a game they had abandoned, and this was a new game. So yeah, PlayStation's not gonna give up Marathon until the very end. They're not gonna do another Concord because they can't have another Concord. Then you had RuneScape Dragon Wilds, which wow, they're making new RuneScape. I didn't know they still had RuneScape, but whatever. I mean, it looked like a game. And the way they announced it sounded like it was a game going into PlayStation Plus. One was just a game that would release day one on PlayStation Plus. So like how Xbox does it. And people love Game Pass now. Yeah, they definitely love it. And then they talk about PlayStation Plus, which they do one game a month for a classic, but they're not 3 games in advance. So it's like, what, we have no surprises now for 3 months, so like August. So it just doesn't really. And they didn't. I don't think they even showed off the any other end games going into the service. And if they did, I don't think those games were of any note. Then they show off Until Dawn 2, which I'm surprised they're making Until Dawn 2. Like, I thought people played the remake. I don't think the movie made much money. So yeah, of course we'll make a sequel to Until Dawn. Which, you know, Until Dawn is anyways an interactive movie sort of game, so it's like slightly less of a game and more of a movie, which it is. Did I tell you about this? But anyway, yeah, it feels we're near the end now, and with Until Dawn 2 being here, it's like eh. But we did have the final game, which was come on, can't we get the new God of War? We have God of War Fair, which looks decent. I don't know why they put. I think that the nonsense happened where they just suddenly stop the video, and also I have no idea why the gelatinous cube is there, or a block of jelly. But it looks decent. And also, if you look at the YouTube video, the top comment is all of this happened while Kratos and Atreus hunted a deer. Yeah, I think she was fighting Surtur. Like, I haven't beaten Ragnarok yet. So I have no idea how most of those characters look. And honestly, it just look good, but I am not super interested in this game. When are we getting the next God of War? Like, you just released God of War Sons of Sparta. You announced the God of War Remake Trilogy. God of War Valhalla released in 2023. And I think if you release, like, say, Sons of Sparta released in 2024, and this game released now, it would feel a bit better. But now it feels like they just quickly get their God of War games out at the same time. So it feels like, where is the Egypt or the third Norse game? Of which I do think the third Norse game it should be, just so that, you know, we can finish up that trilogy. Unless Valhalla counts. But anyway, yeah, I'm done. So overall, the state of play, it wasn't the worst in the world. I mean, the Nintendo Direct in September was didn't really do much. And for Sony, third-party games matter more since they are always coming on the PlayStation compared to Nintendo, where they're mostly ports of older games. But it still doesn't feel like to have most of the Direct be about third-party games when it in a first-party event. So overall, I give this a B. And I'm done.